you miss a field goal from the 15-yard line.
Go back to Latvia, pal, and say goodbye to indoor plumbing.
Hey, Dad. Oh,
Hey.
Uncle Bernie, I am so glad that you're here.
How you doing?
Because I'm supposed to ask if you and Dad could come and speak in an assembly next Monday.
No kidding. They want us to talk at your school?
Yeah. You know, you just kind of talk about work and take a few questions from the audience and stuff.
Okay, sure. I'd love to, sweetheart.
Yes, and count me in, too. Because a man never stands so tall as when he kneels to help a child.
Yeah, okay, see, that's the kind of things you cannot say. We're going to have a few rules here.
Yeah, rules. What kind of rules?
I mean, don't smile at me, don't point at me, don't look at me, don't say as it were, per se, or if I may. No golf stories, no vacation stories, and no puns. And don't stare at the principal's breasts. They're new and she's a little self-conscious. Don't say any who, ladies and germs, or what can I do you for? And you can't wear anything you currently have in your closet or any of your drawers.
But other than that, just be yourself and have fun.
How long have you been rehearsing this speech?
My whole life.
You know, Dad, you're the first person to come speak at our school since that old astronaut senator guy.
John Glenn?
Yeah, he didn't do so good. People were yelling, "Go back to the moon."
John Glenn never went to the moon.
That's what he said right when he ran off the stage crying. Hey, Dad.
Dad? Honey.
Tony.
Dad.
Dad.
Honey.
Tony.
Dad.
Tony.
Dad.
Tony.
Listen up! That's better.
How's your speech coming, honey?
Oh, fine. It's fine. I'm not really worried about the speech. I know how to communicate with the young people.
I'd feel a lot more confident about that if you didn't refer to them as the young people.
No, it's the question and answers that I'm worried about. I can't control that. I wish I could pull a Bob Newhart.
What, and star in 2 extremely successful television series?
Yeah, that would be nice. No, I'm talking about this time that Newhart was on the Donahue show, and they get the question and answers, and some guy says, "Hey, Bob, if you hadn't gone into show business with your life, what else would you have done?" And Newhart goes, I think I would have become a teacher. And the place goes crazy.
That's a great scam.
Yeah, exactly. Getting applause for something you didn't do. Boy, I wish they would toss me a softball question like that. Boom! Right out of the ballpark.
Well, maybe if you paid Mickey enough money, he'd do it.
Yeah. Mickey's kind of obvious.
Tony, I was kidding.
I know, honey, so was I. Excuse me, miss. How'd you like to make a few bucks?
Ew, gross.
No. Son, you look like an enterprising young man.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, look. Do you know Megan Kleiman?
Not as well as I'd like to. She's hot.
Here's what I'm proposing.
I mean, like, dirty hot.
You mind? I'm her father.
Whoa. Oh, you're her dad? Oh, she hates you, man.
Okay, I'm gonna do all the talking now because you're an unusually bad conversationalist. How'd you like to make $10?
20.
You don't even know what I'm gonna ask you to do.
It's my price, dude.
All right, fine. I'm gonna be speaking at an assembly in a couple of minutes. Now, when we get to the question and answer section, I want you to ask me what I would have done if I hadn't become a writer.
Oh, okay, so you're like a jockey? Yeah, I heard they were little dudes.
No, not a writer. A writer.
Oh.
Now, see this $20 bill? All right? You ask me the question, and after the assembly, I give you the other half.
You got it. Oh, hey, you think I could go out with Megan?
I'm hoping to never, ever, ever see you again after today. I think Robert Louis Stevenson said it best when he said, all speech, written or spoken, is a dead language until it finds a willing and prepared hearer to breathe life into its readied lungs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kleinman. That was very thorough. Now, if Mr. Whitmer would join you at the podium, we'll take some questions from the audience.
All righty. Yes, you right there.
My question's for Bernie. Bernie, what's the hardest hit you ever laid on a guy?
Well, there was this one time in college. There was this clown. He was talking smack to me the entire game. So I got tired of it. I put my head down and bam, laid the helmet right on him. Rest of the game, he was still talking, but he wasn't making much sense.
Ah, that's great. That's a great little story. Yes, young lady, right there.
My question is also for Bernie. I was just wondering if it's true that you dated Lucy Liu.
Lucy is a wonderful person. But my mother taught me never to talk about one beautiful woman while in the company of another. So I said to the guy, "Oh, don't worry, you'll recognize me. I'll be the one in the end zone doing the funny dance."
Bernie, I'm sorry to interrupt. This bright-eyed young man in the front row has had his hand up for some time now. Yeah, son, you had a question?
Yeah, it's for Lil Dude. What would you have done if you hadn't become a jockey?
I know what my young friend here is trying to say. What would I have done if I hadn't become a writer? That's a terrific question. Good for you. Good. Let me think. You know, I think I probably would have become a teacher.
Oh, hey, Bernie. What would you have done if you hadn't become a football player?
Grand Master of the Wolf Hunt.
What? What the hell is that?
In medieval times, villages are often plagued by wolves. Since the survival of the community depended on keeping them at bay, Grand Master of the Wolf Hunt was a position of great responsibility and prestige.
Well, well, not only have we been entertained today, we've also been educated. Thank you so much, Mr. Whitmer.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, and you too.
Today was so cool. Dad, you were great.
What are you talking about? I hardly said a word.
I know, thanks. You know, Bernie even saved you when you pulled that lame bit about how you would have been a teacher.
You said that. Huh?
Well, I told you I wanted to.
Well, I assumed you tailored to your audience. I mean, that's like walking into a prison and saying you want to be a prison guard.
All right, fine. I admit it's not my finest hour. But did anybody else think that Bernie was just a little bit over the top today?
What do you mean?
Well, my mama always told me not to talk about all my cars and my women. I don't know if I'm a player or a well-brought-up young man. I guess I'm both. Don't even get me started on this Grandmaster Flash of the Wolf crap.
I thought that was really interesting.
So did I. Our history class even skipped lunch to talk about it.
Oh, come on. It's not enough that he's some big-shot football player. He has to be able to go back in time and fight wolves.
Oh, that must be Bernie.
Probably teleported here.
Dad, you got a little piece of money in your teeth.
Yeah, we just painted the number on your curb. That's $15.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask for that service.
We sent notice last week that we were going to be in the neighborhood. You didn't say anything. Silence is consent.
Gosh, no, in this case, silence means please go away. I'm not paying for your little scam.
No, listen, lady, a scam is when you try to get something for nothing. A scam is what you're doing.
Hey, Dana, do we have any more mustard?
Tony, this guy won't go away.
Is there a problem?
No, buddy, there's no problem.
It sounds to me like there is. Now, I believe the lady has said all she has to say, so I suggest you keep it moving before things get ugly.
Yeah, well, I'm smearing your numbers.
You guys okay?
Yeah, I'm just really glad you were there.
Jeez, can you believe the nerve of some people?
No, I can't.
Maybe I wanted those numbers painted on. Those numbers could have come in handy. What are we gonna do now if there's a fire in the house? How's the fire department gonna know what house to go to?
I'm hoping they'll go to the house that's on fire, honey.
Bernie went too far this time. And it takes a lot to get a rise out of me. Showing me up at my kid's school is one thing. Showing me up in my own home, unforgivable.
Oh, sweetie, you're making far too much out of this.
No, I am not. Why are you defending Bernie?
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that.
All right. Let's just admit it. You liked what he did. You thought it was thrilling. You felt like a Bond girl.
Well, I didn't want him to fight the guy, but yeah, it's nice to feel protected. Where are you going?
I'll look for a Band-Aid. I hurt my toe doing the Bond bit.
We're back with legendary NFL quarterback and Super Bowl MVP Steve Young. Now, Steve, I thought Philly fans were the craziest, but you make it sound like the Bay Area fans just might deserve the crown.
Yeah, if they don't deserve it, they'll take it anyway.
Hey, Tone, who do you think has the craziest fans?
Oh, Bern, I'm just gonna sit this one out and let you handle it. I don't really have much in common with rich, pretty boy athletes.
Okay. Steve, whenever I played the 49ers, it wasn't the fans I was worried about. It was that Candlestick Park win.
Oh, you see, now there's a question I could never have asked. Well, manfully braving the elements, I was in the press room, hunched over my little typewriter.
Yeah, but sports writers are a big part of the machine, and they've always been good to me.
Oh, sure we have, Steve, because we want to bask in your golden presence. You're one of the glory boys. Men like you have Super Bowl rings. Men like me have ring around the collar. Winners, loser. That's the way it is. No use complaining about it. Back to you, Bern.
Well, it looks like Tony staying out of the interview has taken up all of our remaining time. I'd like to thank Steve Young for stopping by, and hey, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Steve, thanks for coming on.
Hey, no problem. Is this a new format for the show?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because it really sucks.
Hey, what was all that about?
Oh, please, mister, I don't want any trouble. I'll just be moving along before things get too ugly.
Is this about the curb painter?
Maybe?
Look, I walked up, I saw the guy hassling your wife, and I just reacted.
Well, you know why? That's what made you such a great player. No thinking, just reacting.
Excuse me?
For your information, I could have handled the painter guy.
You know, I doubt it, Tony, because you would have had to put that sandwich down.
Oh, really? So I'm fat, am I?
Don't ask me, ask your poor little belt.
All right, you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm gonna do the show with you. We will make nice in front of the cameras, and after that, I am Audi 5000, as the kids would say.
Yeah, as they would say about 10 years ago.
You know what? I have wasted enough of my time with you. Time that I could have been spending with my family that loves me. Well, I will be depriving them of that precious commodity no more! Megan! Dana! Come on, game's starting. You're missing all the fun. Yeah, have some licorice? Oh, these are the good times we are always going to remember. Come on!
basketball.
Look, just give it a chance. I guarantee you're gonna love it.
Dad, you sound like a crack dealer.
Who's the sports player in the lavender top?
The athlete in the purple jersey is Chris Webber.
He dates Tyra Banks.
Oh, she is so beautiful. You know, she looks good in lavender, too.
Purple. The jerseys are purple.
Honey, why does that guy have his hands all over the other guy?
Sweetheart, he's just guarding him.
We're not allowed to get that close at school dances.
I know, and they're both so sweaty.
I know!
Okay, you know what? You two are about one sentence away from ruining basketball for me.
All right, so do us all a favor and go make up with Bernie.
Bernie? Where are you pulling this from? Why would I want to be with Bernie when I'm in the bosom of my family? You know what? Bernie wishes he were in my shoes.
He seems to be doing okay.
That's our principal.
And this guy's got it all.
No, he doesn't. I have it all. This is paradise.
So, are you and Tony good friends off the air?
Oh, no, not really. You know, once the show's over, he has his life and I have mine.
Wow, you guys seem like you have so much fun together.
Well, obviously, you didn't watch today's show. Our chemistry, it's all camera tricks and lighting. We're not even in the same studio.
Yeah, well, I guess a guy like you wouldn't hang out with a guy like that.
Oh!
What do you mean, a guy like that?
Well, I mean, you're all laid back and together, and he's not. You guys are just two different people.
Well, you know, sometimes different people get together and just click.
You mean like you and me?
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Look, heads up!
Am I crazy, or was there 2 minutes left in this game over half an hour ago?
They just keep fouling each other and calling time out. You know, don't they want to go home to their families?
Based on my experience tonight.
Dad, I don't feel so good.
Did you eat all the licorice?
You told me to eat it. You didn't tell me to stop.
Hey, time's up. Game's over. Hey, look, we made it through. A whole night of family togetherness. Is this the best thing or what?
Hey, Dana.
Bernie,
Tony around?
I just saw you on TV.
Oh. So he watched the game with you?
Whole family watched together.
So I suppose you're gonna watch tomorrow's game together, too.
There's another game tomorrow.
Well, it's clear I'm not needed here.
Oh, gosh, no. You're needed. Oh, you are so needed. Sit. Bernie, Tony really misses you.
Well, I miss him, too.
Oh.
Actually, I miss all you guys. And coming here gives me a taste of family life. It grounds me. It keeps me centered.
That's so sweet.
And then when I've had enough, I can leave.
Bernie, Have you ever had a woman get emotional on you? You know, act irrationally?
Maybe once or twice. Why?
Then you know what you have to do.
Tony, this whole thing was completely 100% my fault. And I promise, if I ever see someone threatening your wife again, I'll just stand by and do nothing.
Was that so hard? Want to watch the post-game show?
Sure, why not?
I've been acting like a big stupid jerk. Chips?
You got any salsa?
Yeah, in the kitchen.
I'll race you.
Don't be childish.